Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Aviana's Ascension. My name is Aviana. We flipped the camera around a little bit. I wanted you guys to see the cards, the desk, the setup, but thank you guys for watching. Today, we're going to tune in for the lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo on March 14th, which is today. And actually is a blood moon as well. So we saw it yesterday, last night, really coming into full effect. So we're going to just talk about how this is impacting us, the energy that's going into it, what we're going to receive from it, how to navigate it. You know the deal. I like to have my glow in the dark tarot for the shadow, the light tarot for the light, and just how to balance it all, bring it all together in this beautiful moment. Um, I've definitely been feeling the impact of the lunar eclipse, but for me, it's been very beautiful. I've had a lot of like difficult conversations with people, but in a beautiful way. Like really putting a nice little bow on things, really finally, like, getting certain things off my chest and letting myself be vulnerable, letting myself be real, and acknowledging how I feel and how certain things have been impacting me. And it's been very well received. Things are really fully coming together. I'm moving at the end of the month. I don't know. It just feels like a lot of beautiful opportunities are coming together because I let myself let go of things that no longer worked for me. You know, and for me, it's not even really about being in the moment of what is no longer working for me, but it's like not hiding my feelings, not hiding my emotions, right? Not feeling like, okay, let me navigate this on my own. Sharing, letting people be there for me. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys have been feeling good. We're going to start it out by getting into the Moonology deck here. Thank you guys so much for watching. So let's go ahead and shuffle it up. All right. Thank you so much, Spirit, for this message, for this full moon, for these beautiful astrological things to help keep us in alignment. Let's get some messages for the collective about how this is going to impact us, how we should navigate this. Please and thank you. So it's a lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. So we're going to look and see where the full moon card is and where the full moon Virgo card is, and just see exactly what's going on there. I always like to see what cards are surrounding, because to me it lets us know what this is involving, what's going to be impacted, and things like that. So let's get some messages for the collective, please and thank you. And of course, just take what resonates, take what feels good for you. Thank you, thank you. And if you are a subscriber or you watch my videos a lot, let me know. Do you like the camera facing the cards, or do you like to see me more? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I personally like it whenever it's on the cards because I feel like it's less pressure on me to like kind of like, to me it felt like I was like kind of like being a caricature of myself, and I feel like this is more vulnerable, more real for me personally. Okay, so let's see where these cards are and then we'll get into it. Okay, see, okay, there's this, so we're gonna hold that. All right, so that coming out immediately. So you guys could be feeling like things are just finally coming to the surface. Things are finally like just being revealed very quickly, very like there's no room for hiding anymore, is what it feels like. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. And then I'll read out of the book for both of these cards. So for the full moon eclipse, okay, it says conclusions are within reach, right? And I always, every time I see this card, I always see it just, and this almost looks like the blood moon, right? If you guys looked at the moon last night, let me know. I was at my boyfriend's house and he has a telescope. It was super cool. I loved it. I was obsessed. It was the moon and the ocean, they're like that. Very humbling for me every time. It's so beautiful. But to me, with the trees being here, I feel like it's letting you know that like things that may have been hidden are coming out. Okay, the guard is coming down, the walls are coming down. Sometimes that can be beautiful, sometimes that can be horrific. It's just about how you allow yourself to embrace it, right? So in the moments where you feel like these walls that you've been building up or someone else has been building up, when it's coming down, have grace for that. Okay, because it's a lot to let yourself come through with this and come out from the curtain and from the hidden energy. So conclusions are within reach, right? Letting us know that answers are coming. Full things are coming full circle, it feels like. It just feels like this is a big time of being vulnerable in a beautiful way, right? That's what it feels like, okay? And we have it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. And we also have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. Okay, so something that may have been hidden, something that may have been pushed under the rug, maybe dreams that were put on pause, whatever. And again, it doesn't have to be like a big tower moment all the time, right? Sometimes beautiful things come out of left field, right? So whatever, it's either positive, negative, it doesn't matter. It just depends on how you choose to rock with it. But it's letting you know that it's coming through. It's time to take action. The energy is gaining momentum. Things are coming through. Action is being taken. It's not just about thinking anymore. It's not just about, okay, let me write down the goals and ambitions. It's about, okay, now what are my actions going to be, right? I feel like this is about, you've made a lot of big decisions here. So now it's time to time to walk the walk. We've talked the talk. We've been planning. We've been feeling. So let's make something happen now. I feel like a lot of things are coming into a lot of things are going to be coming into our physical reality, right? Things that we've been manifesting, things we've been thinking about, good or bad, are coming through. But it feels more positive to me, I'll be honest, you know? And of course, we all are going through different things. We have different cycles and journeys, but it feels like even if shit hits the fan with this, it's necessary, it's beautiful, and beautiful things are coming through because of that. Don't be a victim. I love it. Okay. All right. And so full moon in Virgo, you are good enough, right? You're good enough to take action. You're good enough to move forward. You're good enough to let yourself be seen and come out from behind the wall, behind the curtains. Okay. Beautiful. And it says, we have surrender to the divine with full moon. This is literally my favorite card. It's so beautiful. And I love surrendering to the divine. And that's the thing, right? That's the thing that's happening here. Surrendering to the divine, as in the feelings you've been ignoring, the goals you've been putting on pause, the things that you've been sweeping under the rug are finally coming to the surface. So that way you can finally accept, acknowledge, and take action. And we have confidence is your key to success, new moon and Leo. So I'm noticing both of the new moon cards are fire signs. Okay, it's all about action now. It's all about passion. It's about ambition. It's time to go after it because you are good enough. Because you've been thinking about it for long enough. You've been dwelling on it long enough. It's time to make something happen. Okay? And with the energy is gaining momentum, surrender to the divine. Notice these are both like moon phases, right? I mean, all of this is moon phases, right? But, it could be a full moon. It could have been a new moon card, but these are different moon phases, right? So 2 new moons and 2 phases, letting us know that we're ready for a new start. We're ready for the new chapter. So let it come to fruition. Allow yourself to surrender resistance, surrender ignoring, and allow yourself to acknowledge what you want to go towards. Recognize that you are good enough. You have the confidence to go towards what you want to go towards. So surrender the doubt, surrender the fear, surrender the need to overthink. Because it's time. I love it. Okay. Let's keep it moving and grooving. Yeah, let me adjust some things. All right, I'm going to read out of the book for these two just so we have a better idea of what's going on here. I'm going to start with the full moon eclipse. All right, cool. All right. Conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. Full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests the situation you're asking is about to reach a peak or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. Exactly, surrender to the divine. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. Attune to the moon. That which is meant for me will not pass me by. Exactly. And that's why I feel like we're being vulnerable, right? We're being real about what we want, what we don't want, what we're insecure about, what we would like to experience more of. And that's something so beautiful. Additional meanings for this card: doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all recommended right now. Seed control and let events unfold. Beautiful. Yeah. It's time to believe in yourself. Believe that you can have a fresh start. Believe that you can have the life that you deserve. If you're not honest about what you want, and if you don't believe you can have what you want, it's not going to come through for you. But this full moon lunar eclipse is forcing us to recognize how we have kept ourselves held back, how we've allowed others to keep us held back, and reclaiming our power from that. I love it. The teaching. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it portends change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipses can give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness, which is why we always do that shadow energy. And I'm going to do another reading today about how to work with your shadow self, what your shadow needs from you. So I really liked what they said, okay? Change can be hard because it's hard to embrace it. It's hard to accept it. But if you know you're deserving of change, you're ready for change, it doesn't have to be hard on the yard for you, okay? I know, some people in my life right now are going through tons of major transformations. I know I am myself. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy. But I know that these changes are leading me to the life I want to live. They're leading me to the version of me I want to be. So even though it may be uncomfortable for me to let go of certain things, morph into this new person, mourn who I thought or what I thought I was going to be, I'm okay with doing that because that's what it's time for. All right? And that's why it's beautiful that it's a full moon in Virgo, because you are good enough. You are good enough, confident enough, ready to surrender to the changes that the universe is bringing you, that your soul signed up for. Embrace it, accept it, because it's time. All right? Let's read about that full moon in Virgo. Oh, just turned to it. Love it. All right. Wait a minute. 7 plus 8 is 15. And the other page, because I'm reading out of the book, was 96, which is 15. 15, 15. And tomorrow's the 15th. Okay. So you guys could be seeing a lot of 15. You could be seeing a lot of 6s, 5s, 1s. Okay. And 5s are all about changes and things like that. So this is a big moment of change and transformation. But again, that does not have to be hard if you don't make it hard. Okay. Do what you got to do to accept change, right? That's why they're saying meditate, be with yourself, ground yourself, calm yourself. Help yourself go through this because it's something you signed up for, so you're going to have to go through it anyways. All right, let's talk about this full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Ooh. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? I could be saying that wrong. I don't know. Humility is good, but it can go too far, and drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question: have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. Beautiful. So I like that. It's just a matter of checking in with yourself. Take stock, take inventory. Where are you at right now? Are you satisfied with it? Are you experiencing fulfillment in your life? If not, what do you need to do? What do you need to acknowledge about your past, about how you got here, about your doubts, your shadow, your fears? And how can you allow that awareness to help you intentionally move forward? Attune to the moon. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Yeah, I'm definitely it's giving like, let's do a ritual. Think of a daily ritual that you would like to do. Me personally, I like to meditate at night, and I like to do something moving my body in the morning. Okay. Um, I don't know. I just, whatever feels right for you, you know? Watering my plants is a really fun ritual. Now, obviously, I don't do it every day or else I'd be killing all my plants, but that's a really fun ritual for me, spending time with the plants I have in my home. I like to wake up in the morning and just look outside. Now that it's getting warmer out, I'm going to start standing out there and just acknowledging the universe every day. I have a book that is like positive thinking for every day, and it says a beautiful positive quote every day. So that's something I like to do as well. So there's little fun things, whether it's super spiritual or not, that you can do to help bring more magic into your life. Additional meanings for this card. Worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. I know that's right. Worrying is worshiping a problem, and we do not do that. Okay? Your thoughts, what you put your energy into, that's manifesting. So if it's a thought that doesn't serve you, let it go. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. And that's why I said it may be you needing to change, maybe someone else, or you needing to let go of somebody else for changing. But sometimes if it's you that's needing to be a little softer, a little more accepting, that's a beautiful thing to realize about yourself. Don't think that you are too good for growth. Okay? Stop second guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. In the teaching. The full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. I love it because I'm about to move. It's a time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It's also time to clear out your energies via salt baths, meditations, and to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. Definitely time to be grounded, I'm telling you, especially with these fire energies too. Let yourself get grounded so you don't get overwhelmed. No matter when you draw this card, it's a reminder that any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. Beautiful. And health is not just about, diet and exercise. It's also about your energy. It's also about what you pour your stuff into. Feeling like you give and receive, right? It's time to do what's good for you and not feel bad about it. Beautiful. All right, let's get into the tarot. And again, just take what resonates, just take what feels good, right? Don't force. But we're going to start with the glow in the dark deck to just kind of get the shadow energy aspect of it first to see, what we may be releasing, what we may be struggling with during this time. What does our shadow want us to know? All right, let's get the shadow energy for this full moon eclipse in Virgo, please and thank you. And I feel guided to tell you guys, Moon Omens on Instagram, it's literally Moon Omens, one little at. They have a lot of really good guidance in regards to like astrological events like this, and they do daily horoscopes and things like that. So if you need more guidance on how to navigate this outside of readings and things like that, definitely check them out. All right, let's get some guidance for the collective, please and thank you. You know what's crazy? So I live in the Midwest, right? We have got it's high wind, fires. There also might be an ice storm on Wednesday. Like crazy weather going on right now. So I just feel like if you feel like you're going crazy, know that you're not. Even though, there's been rain coming in and out all day. It literally rain and hailed for like 15 minutes and then it stopped and then it rained again. Like it's just been going crazy. So that's why you want to get grounded, right? Of course, stay safe. Don't be out in a hailstorm or something crazy like that. But know that the universe, all of it's going through it right now. So definitely want to ground yourself. Let's do one more shuffle. All right, bottom of the deck will be the overall energy for our little shadow, little love bug shadow. And notice I give all the love to the shadow, right? It's not about condemning this version, this part of ourself, but it's about working with it because you need your shadow just like you need your light. If it wasn't for your shadow, you wouldn't be able to recognize what needs to change. Your light helps you feel brave and safe to implement the change, okay? All right, bottom of the deck. I love it with the Hermit, okay? This is Virgo's sign, too. This is Virgo's card. And you know what I love about the Hermit? You got that star in the lamp, which is the star from the star card. So this is a time of isolation. This is a time of going within. Okay, the wind is crazy outside, but it's hot in here, so I'm leaving it open. But let yourself go within. Let yourself be vulnerable with yourself. Let yourself speak with your soul, with your intuition, with your higher self, and let those things guide you. You're a lot smarter, you're a lot wiser than you may be giving yourself credit for. This is not a time to let social media, outside influences, things like that get your energy out of order. It's not time to let those things guide you and tell you, okay, things are going good or bad. This is what you should do. Time to listen to yourself because you are good enough. Okay? Not me gasping. I'm so dramatic. Okay. We have the tower. At the end of the day, the tower is things that are out of your control. Okay? This is an epiphany. This is a realization. This could be an unexpected event coming through where it's time for you to acknowledge something. Okay? And let me show you something. You see these little flecks all around here? That is a Hebrew letter, meaning like for the word of, meaning for God, right? Saying that even in the tower moments, this is a divine orchestration. That's why they're saying surrender to the divine here. Because something's coming through, some sort of epiphany, some sort of realization about self that's causing changes, that's causing waves. And that's beautiful. We have the King of Swords. It's time to listen to your truth, honor your truth. Not in a way where you're trying to inflict that truth onto others, because the King of Swords, he doesn't need to scream it from the mountaintops. He doesn't need other people to acknowledge what he feels. As long as he knows his truth and he honors it, that's good enough for him. Same with the Hermit. That's what it's time for, honoring truth. And if that causes waves, if that causes change, then that's what it is, okay? With the Empress here, honoring your truth, allowing shifts to happen, brings abundance, brings blessings, right? You're ready to receive. You're ready for nurture. You're ready for love. You're ready to be comfortable. So allow yourself to go towards whatever that means for you. All right. With the Hierophant, I just feel like there's just a lot of wisdom here right now. Okay? And this is both Taurus energy here. So again, it's time to be grounded. Get grounded during this time. Because with the Hermit and the King of Swords, the Tower, that's a lot. You know, the King of Swords is air energy. We still have the earth energy with the Virgo, but it's more of like a intuitive kind of watery energy for me as well as a reader. And the Tower is, you know, all over the place, right? So definitely get grounded and lean into anybody who has that wisdom that you feel like you can trust. And know that at the end of the day, you know your truth. You know what's right for you. So get grounded in that. Okay? All right. Let's keep it moving and grooving. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, I love it. Ooh-wee. Listen, I love the wind, but I'm going to be real. It's a little bit much. I was going to keep the window open, but it's going crazy out there. We're probably going to be on a tornado watch. Ooh-wee. Okay, so let's talk about what just came out. I'm obsessed. So we have the Eight of Cups. If y'all didn't know, this is the Hermit before he goes into Hermit mode, okay? And this is an eclipse happening. So this is exactly where we're at right now. We're walking away from that which no longer brings us fulfillment, right? If there's jobs, if there's certain living habits, lifestyle habits, certain people, certain ways of us showing up, certain thoughts, behaviors, whatever, we're done with it. What's even better is it's coming out with the World card. This is the last card in your major arcana, right? Showing us that it's time for this cycle to come full circle. Okay? And with the World here, it talks about a successful accomplishment, a successful like a finale of something. You're ready to move on. You're ready to move on to bigger and better. You're ready to trust yourself and walk away from anything that is hurting you, no longer bringing you fulfillment. You're ready for transformation. I'm proud of you. That's beautiful. Still gonna have to get used to the whole camera facing a different way. Look, Ace of Wands, Ten of Cups, the Six of Wands. Like, this is a whole, and again, you see the flex again? Same thing from the Tower. The hand of God right there. The divine is orchestrating beautiful things for us. Happiness, joy, fulfillment, success. Surrounded by people who believe in us, who want to see us thrive and live our best life. That's what we're going towards. And it's so beautiful. But first, you got to walk away from certain things. And the thing is with this, I don't feel like it's going to feel like pulling teeth. I feel like it's like, okay, I'm ready, you know? See, this Nine of Pentacles going over, you are good enough. This is you realizing that, yes, you are good enough to walk away from certain things. You're good enough to finally let go of certain cycles. The Nine of Pentacles is all about feeling like thriving, being self-sufficient, independent, having everything you need, right? This is optimism. This is joy. That's beautiful. Walking away with optimism and joy, protecting your energy, going towards bigger and better because you are bigger and better. I love it. Oh, there you go. See, I want to show you guys. You see how he's got a staff? He's going up the mountain. The Hermit has his staff, but he's on top of the mountain, right? So we started this off maybe not knowing what brought us fulfillment or what we wanted to go towards next, but we knew we were worth more than what we were settling for. Ooh, gorgeous. With the Death card, I love it. So I love that the Death card is here because even though the Death card is, seems a little spooky, you still got the sun rising here, showing us that even though there may be endings, a new beginning is right there, okay? And underneath the Death guy is a king, showing you that no matter what your status is, who you are, who you know, endings, death happen for everybody. Nothing is permanent. So it's about embracing it, accepting it. There's a lot of change that's happening, but you are ready for it. You are ready for it. Okay? And with the Hermit here, this is all about trusting yourself. You're going towards fulfillment. You're going towards happiness. Look, you've got the Nine of Cups here as well. This is fulfillment. This is satisfaction. This is feeling proud of yourself. That's what you're going towards. And you're trusting yourself to make the moves you got to make to go towards that. You're surrendering to the endings, knowing they're inevitable. Gorgeous. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh. Oh, okay. All right, I guess we'll take that too. Oh, excuse me. All right, we have the Two of Swords, the Magician, the Ten of Swords coming out. Yeah, and while I was shuffling, I heard no longer questioning your power. Confidence is your key to success. Okay? With the Magician, that's a master manifester. That's somebody who's going to use all the experiences, all the tools, all they have within them to create a beautiful life, to go towards what they want to go towards. Okay? With the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords, swords are all about your mind. It's all about thought. Okay? So with these two cards, it shows me that there was a lot of second guessing. There was a lot of guarded energy. There was a lot of doubt. So I don't know where the microphone cut off, but basically what I was saying is instead of using these swords to overthink, to self-sabotage, you're using them as tools to help you gain wisdom, right? These painful lessons, you're like, okay, this is what I've learned about myself, about others, about what I like and dislike. Let me use that wisdom to create a reality that I desire. Let me use that wisdom to be a better magician, to be a better manifester. Because I can't manifest if I don't know what I like and dislike, Because sometimes you will bring things in that you actually don't actually serve you. But that's because you didn't know any better. And now you do. I love it. Because look at it. We got the Hanged Man. It's all about a new chapter. This is a moment of pausing and reflection so you realize what needs to change, what needs to stay, acknowledging so much growth. There's a lot of clarity here, okay? Because it's time for a new chapter with the Wheel of Fortune. It's time to move forward, and you know that. So move forward following your truth. When you honor your truth, when you go towards what feels right for you, there is no doubt. There is no need to second guess. That's where we're about to be. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Let's go ahead and get the light energy for this. It feels like it's time to transition into that. So, let's see what this is. We have the Lovers with the Ace of Pentacles. Exactly. This is starting a new chapter that's based in love and support, whether for yourself or with another person. But this new chapter has good roots. There's a secure and stable new beginning here because you chose to follow your heart. Beautiful. All right. See? Knight of Cups with the Two of Wands. Choosing to follow your heart. Even if that means you got to leave a comfort zone. I'm proud of everybody. This is fierce. All right. See? Two of Wands, the Sun. I'm telling you, we're going towards bigger and better, baby. Because we chose that. You know? This is not going to be a passive thing. Even though the Tower came up, I don't think it's yes, you're surrendering to the divine, but essentially you have to make the decision to surrender to the divine, right? We all have free will. We all are co-creating this experience here. So we're choosing to go towards happiness, to go towards love. I'm so happy. All right, let's get the light energy for this full moon eclipse in Virgo. Thank you so much, Spirit, for these messages and this guidance. Thank you for these opportunities to be better, for change, to go towards what our soul is guiding us towards. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And see, I noticed the Tower and the Two of Pentacles while I was shuffling. So I think the big Tower moment is deciding, just weighing your options, saying, do I want this? Do I want that? Do I, it feels more epiphanies, not like a horrible event is happening. Okay. You know what's funny? I'm watching Desperate Housewives right now. I've never seen it before. It's actually kind of crazy. Shout out if you've seen it. Most people have, probably. It's an older show, but I'm at the episode where they just had a tornado, right? And this tornado brought so many people together. It made people really realize a lot of things and just really put some bows on certain situations and put those away. So, and I was just saying that the weather outside is very tornado-y. So, I don't know. I just feel like big conclusions are within reach that are very beautiful. Okay, let me get a sip of water. All right, bottom of the deck. See, Nine of Wands. This makes me think of the full moon card. You see? That energy of being guarded, of being, honestly, the Nine of Wands, it gives somebody that is very fearful but very determined as well. They're not going to let their fear get the best of them, but they are moving with a little bit of hesitation and uncertainty. And I feel like that's what's going away, right? We're getting very clear on what we want, what we don't want. We're walking away from that which no longer serves. And I love it. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, could be tapping into your feminine energy a lot here with these queens. I just feel like you're bringing your passion, your energy, like the high energy here, into a more practical, grounded energy. The dreams, the things you've wanted to manifest are coming to fruition. A lot of love and nurture and support here for yourself and for your shadow. That black cat represents the shadow. All right, with the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, don't let time get the best of you, okay? Don't use a certain timeline. If this doesn't happen by this, then it's not going to happen. It's time to be patient because you're still cultivating something. We're working, right? The magician, you're in the shop, you're working right now. So things aren't fully going to come into the physical reality just yet, but they are, okay? Page of Cups, Ace of Cups. Keep leaning in with love. Keep following your heart. Keep holding on to hope and faith because things are coming through for you. Gorgeous. And remember, when we first picked up the deck, we had the Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles come out. So things are coming together for us. New opportunities, new beginnings, and it's all centered around love, authenticity, communication. All right, let's get into it. All right, we have the Nine of Wands. See, the Hermit is here again, Nine of Pentacles. It's time to trust yourself. You have gone through so much to gain this wisdom. And you're going to question it now? Now that you're at the finish line? Now that you see what it was all for? We're going to go for it. Okay? So we have the Five of Swords here with the Knight of Wands. There's no need to feel bad about going after what you're passionate about with the Knight of Wands. There could be a lot of moving or maybe travel happening here, but the Knight of Wands is somebody who's going to follow his passion. He's not going to care about what other people want him to do or the consequences. He's going to go where he feels good. Look at how good this person looks, how happy, how radiant, how free this horse is. That's where you're going. And with the Five of Swords, sometimes we can feel guilty about that. Sometimes we can feel like, well, you know, how is this going to impact this person? I'm not saying to walk around hurting people. Absolutely not. But you're not going to hurt yourself in order to keep others comfortable. I'm not going to advocate for that. Okay? And you can't hold other people's emotions more than they do. Right? You're not responsible for how anyone reacts to you. Okay? Yes, you are. You should be accountable for your actions. Okay, and this applies to people who are roles reversed, right? So say you're being the selfish one. If somebody chooses to go after what they're passionate about, then yeah. You know, they could have chosen to stick around, or they can choose to go after what they should go after. Either way, it's not on you, right? Free yourself from the weight of other people. Okay? We have the Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands coming out again. Time to tap into that feminine energy, okay? I'm really noticing her blue eyeshadow. Some of you guys might like blue eyeshadow, or maybe you want to, you know, explore with makeup a bit. But it's just time to own your power. With the Queen of Pentacles, with the feminine energy, that's all about receiving. That's all about your intuition, navigating your emotions, letting them guide you, trusting yourself, moving with ease and relaxation. I want you to bet on yourself, and I want you to trust in that. You are a lot wiser than you give yourself credit for. Okay? I want to know more about these queens, though. Let's tap into it. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. Okay. Trying to decide what lights you up. Trying to decide what you want to invest your time and energy into. Trying to decide who and what you want to pour your energy into. You're someone who's very generous, someone who's very magical, someone who likes to advocate for others. That's why you can get used a lot. This is the time to decide where you're pouring your energy into. With Judgment here, we have the Moon card, we have the Six of Cups, Three of Swords, Four of Swords. Okay. Don't let your past dictate your future, okay? There could be a lot of feelings of like, well, I have to do this for somebody because, they can't do it themselves, or I don't want to be viewed as a bad person. It's not your job. It's not your job. Okay? There could be certain things from childhood that are influencing you now. That's why you got to get to know your true self. That's why you got to tap into that passion and that heart center. Okay? Because you're letting this version of you dictate you too much. This is where you're at. You've overcome so much. So act like it. You know what I mean? That's why this little reset is happening right now. Because you've done the work. You've overcome so much. So let's act like it. Sometimes we do the work, but then we stay in a certain timeline because, we're just used to working on ourselves. We're used to having to navigate, set boundaries. You've already done that. If people aren't honoring it, on to the next. You know what I mean? With the Two of Cups here, the Seven of Cups, it's time for you to decide what kind of people do you want to be around? Who do you want to invest your time and energy into? Confusion is kind of a beautiful place to be because it allows you to sit and really get to know yourself. It allows you to, it really kind of forces you to dive into more clarity. Okay, what's cool about the Seven of Cups is each of these cups, especially like on the Rider-Waite, will represent a different aspect of your life: financial, mental, spiritual, physical. What do you want in all of that? What does a full cup for you look like mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, all the other aspects of life? Get clear on that so you can get clear on who you want to invest in. For some of you, this Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles can represent different people. All right, let's keep it moving and grooving. Got the High Priestess coming out. Hello, Goddess. We have the High Priestess with the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, I love it. You know what long-term looks like for you. You know what stability and security looks like for you. Some of you have not just a 5-year plan, not a 10-year plan, but you got a 50-year plan. You're like, I know what I want to be. I know what I want to look like by the end of this. So trust yourself. And notice, eyes are closed. She doesn't need to look outside of herself for the answers. It's within her. That's why the Magician keeps popping up. That's why the Hermit keeps popping up. You know what long-term looks like for you. You know what happiness and security looks like for you. So with the Emperor, the Emperor and the Empress, okay, get clear on that then. Stand 10 toes on that then. Allow yourself to manifest it into fruition and take the action you need to take to get this ball rolling. It's not time to second guess yourself anymore. You've been through that. You've done that. You've done all this work to strengthen your intuition. So again, act accordingly. Okay. What else do we have here? I love it. Where'd you go? Here you are. Ooh. Six of Swords, Three of Swords. This is where you've been. Some of you, that's a very big comfort zone. Recognize you've packed your bags and moved on. You made a scarf out of this heartbreak, and now it's something that's warming you. There is a lot of wisdom that comes with things like this. It's like that one poem, where your heart breaks is where the light shines through, right? So allow yourself to shine. Allow yourself to accept the wisdom and the lessons that these things have taught you. I always tell people bad things don't happen so you stay stuck and so you stay in pain and, reminiscing on the horrible things that have happened to you. It's so you learn. It's so you gain wisdom. It's so you know what you like and dislike in the future. I always tell people, humans do not come with manuals. So we have to go through experiences to learn what we like and dislike and all that. Be grateful for it. Okay? Because look, we have the Devil, the King of Pentacles. You can either let something control you or you can gain wisdom from it. It's your choice. And the amount of times we've seen the hermit, it's time for the wisdom. Okay? That's what's happening. We're freeing ourselves from the toxic ties, the toxic stories, the limiting beliefs and narratives we told ourselves about our own selves. Right? Look at this. This person's in a library. So know that all the life things that you've been through, the highs, the lows, they're all added to your library of wisdom. So that way you know what to do moving forward. You know what works for you moving forward. Okay? See, look, we got the Three of Wands, Knight of Swords with the Magician here. You know what you want moving forward. So move. Go. Don't let this stuff hold you back. Okay? All right. We're going to close it out by just taking some more Moonology cards, little bits of advice, just to close it out. But thank you guys for watching. And if this resonated for you, let me know with a like, a comment, and definitely subscribe. All of that helps the channel grow. You know the deal. And if you guys would like more content from me, I have all my social media down in the description box below. I also have a newsletter you can sign up for on my website, which is down below, the website link. It's a great way to, get more information about my readings. Like I go into deeper detail about what's going on, different rituals, things like that. So check it out if you'd like. All right, final bit of advice for the collective. Thank you so much for this beautiful experience. All right. So we have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. Do you really want a new life? Do you really want change? Because if so, there's things about you that you have to change. Your narratives, certain people you're going to have to walk away from, certain situations. That is required if you want a new life. And you deserve a new life. You deserve happiness. So don't let yourself hold you back, Exactly. Don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. Okay? Sometimes our pride will have us holding on to things that don't make sense. Sometimes our pride will have us not being able to humble ourselves to admit when we're wrong. So just allow yourself to completely surrender to this in the next few weeks, right? Because I feel like a lot's going to come out, a lot's going to be realized, a lot is unfolding. So handle it with grace. Meditate. And last card here, a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Beautiful. It's just that energy of putting a pretty bow on it and putting it away. Right? This makes me think of the times when I would do rituals where I'd like write a letter or write certain things I want to release and burn it and then put the ashes outside. Something is fully done here. And it's in the most beautiful way because it's leading to a very beautiful next chapter that you deserve. You are good enough, remember? So allow it to happen. Be humble, be graceful. All right. That's all I've got for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely meditate. Do what you got to do to keep yourself grounded during this time. Focus on breathing. Everything's going to be okay. Tune into your heart space. Sit with your shadow. Like you sit with, like I'm seeing, like have tea with your shadow. Like little kids do when they have little tea parties with stuffed animals and stuff. Do that, okay? All right. Thank you guys for watching. Happy full moon. Happy lunar eclipse. And if you saw the blood moon last night, talk to me about it. I want to know what you saw. I want to know how you felt. Okay? And if you're in the Midwest, talk to me about this weather because this stuff is crazy. Okay? But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.